What's happening, you guys? Thanks for tuning in as always. I didn't think I was going to do a pregame video today, but I felt it would be worth talking about since, yesterday I'm talking about Slafkovsky and whether or not he should go to Laval. Let's just put it this way, guys. I'm never going to suggest it again. And I didn't even suggest it yesterday, but I mean, it's a good thing that the Habs know more than I do, right? So, the Habs and the Lightning are going to play tonight, and it's the Habs' last home game of 2022 as they get set for a 7-game road trip, which they'll be taking after tonight. So this is the big storyline that's coming out of this game tonight, at least so far anyway, because I didn't see it coming. And as you guys saw, that Juraj Slafkovsky was demoted last game to the fourth line. It was only a temporary measure because he's immediately re-promoted to the second line on a very interesting line with Kirby Dach at center, back to center, and Jonathan Drouin on the right wing. Now, my first thoughts when I saw this line is that either it's going to go well and they're going to stick together, or we're going to see Kirby Dach go back up to the first line if things aren't going well on the first line or second line, et cetera, et cetera. So it's going to be interesting to see how this works out. But I am certainly looking forward to seeing these three guys play together. Hopefully, it produces something positive, right? So I think that's what we're always looking for with these lines. And, we know Jonathan Drouin hasn't been able to get going much of this year. He's had the injury issues and just really hasn't been able to produce. He's had his issues at the blue line, as we know, on the point, on the power play, when the goalie's pulled specifically. But let's see what comes of this line. And you know what? Putting Kirby Dach back at his natural position of center hopefully will, again, do something positive to ignite these guys to play together. These are three guys that you never know what's going to happen, but just initially looking at Slav, Dach, and Drouin, given their skill sets, I mean, some people even on Twitter saying today that this is one of the most skilled lines that they've tried to put together other than the top line. We haven't been able to establish a second line all season and stick with it. So let's look at the full lineup for the Canadiens. Let's thank Daily Faceoff as usual for their line combinations, which make this fun to do for me specifically. So we got on the top line: Caulfield, Suzuki, and Josh Anderson, Juraj Slafkovsky, Dach, and Jonathan Drouin, as we just mentioned a moment ago. And again, I really hope it works out tonight, guys. I really, really do. It could be a fun line. It could be a fun line if it works out and they just stick together. I hope they stay together and things, go decently well for their first time together. Mike Hoffman on the third line with Christian Dvorak and Yoel Armia. I don't know what's going to take to get Yoel Armia going. Mike Hoffman's been playing okay. I haven't been really noticing much of his play upsetting me personally. I think Mike Hoffman's been okay. Christian Dvorak has been okay. Obviously very good in the faceoff circle consistently, night in and night out. But I do think that this line of three veteran NHL players could work. So I want to see Hoffman, Dvorak, and Yoel Armia work out. Michael Pezzetta drawing back into the lineup again. And Evgeny Dadonov is drawing out of the lineup, which I'm not upset about. I don't think you guys probably are either. But Pezzetta back in on the fourth line. Jake Evans back at his natural fourth line center position with Rem Pitlick on the right. And we've got Mike Matheson back in the lineup too, guys. I almost forgot to mention this, but Mike Matheson is back in the lineup. He's going to be on the top pair with Jordan Harris, apparently. Joel Edmondson is going to play with Caden Gooley. Arbor Jackguy with Jonathan Kovacevic on the third line, which I like those two together once again. So that means that, of course, Chris Weidman is going to draw back out of the lineup. On the first power play unit, at least according to Daily Faceoff, we have Slafkovsky on the first line with Kirby Dach, Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, and Jonathan Drouin. So if this actually happens, that could be a nice first line power play. And you know what? That's something that I think a lot of us would really like to see is Slav go on the first power play and stay on the first power play. And I'm going to trust the Canadiens to do what they need to do with Slav. We all want the best for him. We're all just excited, I think. I'm just more anxious than anything else to see, what Slav's going to become. So I think that's probably why I get a little anxious at times when it comes to those three, or when it comes to Slafkovsky specifically. You guys know that I was on the Shane Wright train for so long. And I know that in my heart of hearts, I think the Canadiens definitely got this draft pick right. No pun intended once again. So I've put this up here to leave Slav alone, Dixie. And that's what I'm going to do. I vow to you guys, because I know that you guys had your opinions yesterday, which I always welcome. And yesterday wasn't my strongest video, as I kind of mentioned to you guys. It's been a grinding time for me lately. It's been a busy time just with working a lot lately, and I'm not going to be working any less over the holidays. So I'm going to do my best to jump on here, obviously, when I can. I also want to give a shout out, actually, very quickly, to Steven Stamkos, who is just past the 1,000-point mark. Marty St. Louis making some nice comments, being his former teammate as Stamkos first came into the NHL. We know that Marty and Stamkos were buddies on and off the ice. Stammer was kind of under Marty's wing a little bit. Marty was a pass-first guy, and he was able to help set up some early goals for Stamkos in his career, which was pretty cool. And it's a good matchup, and I know Marty's excited to play against the Tampa Bay Lightning. This is a game that has some juice to it, I feel. So I hope the boys come out with a strong showing for us. Now, before I get to my final announcement here, I just want to mention that. Another lineup item worth mentioning for the Tampa Bay Lightning is that Mikhail Sergachev is day-to-day. And the Lightning lineup looks pretty well the same. They got their regular top guys, Brandon Hagel, Braden Point, Nikita Kucherov on the first line for the Tampa Bay Lightning, Steven Stamkos on the wing, according to Daily Faceoff, Nick Paul at center, Alex Killorn on the right, Pat Maroon, Anthony Cirelli, Ross Colton on the third line, and then you've got on the fourth line, Vladislav Namestnikov, Pierre Edouard Bellemare, and Corey Perry making another return to the Bell Center. Oh, Perry. I love Corey. Corey Perry's still, it was so much fun having him on the Canadiens. All right. Now I want to end this video on unfortunately, a bit of a sad note. Just before I jumped on this video, we got word that London Knights centerman Abakar Kazbekov has ended his own life. And he's a former teammate of, even sad to say former, but a teammate of Logan Mayu's, as we know, but somebody that has passed away far, far, far too young at the age of 18. This is not necessarily a mental health PSA, but I can say, at least personally, that going to counseling at a young age has helped me tremendously. I can really vouch for that 100%. And seeing any player, any person of this age and their life, this is devastating. It's absolutely devastating. It's never, ever getting easier, mental health. And it's really sad to see these things happen. And I just wish and pray. I genuinely pray. I am a praying person. I'll share that with you guys personally here on the channel. I think once in a while it's okay to share personal things like this, especially when there's heartbreak. So prayers go out to Abakar Kazbekov's family. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. And just want to say that, guys, no matter what situation you're in, reach out to somebody privately, whatever it takes. There's always somebody there that's willing to listen. And I know that I had a lot of people that were willing to listen to me, and it's saved me partially too. So not that I've ever really had that dark of thoughts, I don't think really, but some people are, and we need to help those that are in need. So I just wanted to end this video on that note. I know it's not a happy note, but there's people out there that need people. We need each other. We need each other. And that's okay to say that. Nobody's perfect. Nobody goes through life without struggles. We're all born under the same sun. And I'll leave it at that. So thank you so much for watching, you guys, and we'll see you soon. We'll see you post-game either late tonight or tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. All my best.